I'm Nick Seco from HomeRight Windows and Doors, and we're located in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. So we do vinyl replacement windows, we do steel and fiberglass entry doors, we do aluminum storm doors, and we do sliding patio doors, all made by Provia. The windows are a vinyl replacement window, and it could be anything from double hungs to casements to bay and bow windows and everything in between. So when somebody calls in the office and needs an estimate, they get Roxanne on the phone typically, and she would schedule an appointment for me to come out and take some measurements, provide some literature, go through what options we have, and then I would follow up within about 24 to 48 hours with an estimate with all the details of the products as well as the installed price. I find that we're typically much more affordable than the companies that you see advertising on TV or in a lot of other places. If they're spending a lot of advertising dollars, obviously they're passing those costs on to their consumers. You could go to our website at homerightwaynesboro.com, or you could call us at 717-749-4874.
Local and live, covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk TriState.
Welcome back to Let's Talk TriState. I'm Andy, and this is all powered by HomeRight Windows and Doors in Waynesboro, the right choice online at homerightwaynesboro.com. We are here today with Katie Sexton and Beth DiMichele. DiMichele, sorry. Apologies. They're going to be in the Wondrous Marvelettes coming up here at the Totem Pole Playhouse, running from May 30th to June 8th. So, Katie, tell us a little bit about your background, how you got into the Totem Pole Playhouse.
Great. Well, I've been in New York City as an actor for about 13 years now. I'm kind of from all over. My dad was in the Air Force, so we traveled around a lot. And then in terms of my connection to Totem Pole Playhouse, I love the new artistic director, Ryan Gibbs. He's our connection too. We've worked with him a bunch before. He's incredible, really, really incredible. Yeah, I'm one of 9 kids.
Oh, wow.
So you can throw anything at me at this point.
Are you the oldest, middle, or youngest?
I'm in the middle.
In the middle, okay.
I'm in the middle, so I
can't relate, I'm the youngest.
I got trauma. No, just kidding. But big, beautiful family. I think that's also why I'm an actor. It's like I thrive on the energy and the organized chaos of it all.
So you have some Broadway credits as well, correct? Tell us a little bit about those.
I was in the cast of The Play That Goes Wrong on Broadway. That was originally brought over from the West End by a young group of British actors and creators. They created the show themselves. It's like a true hysterical farce, like if you've ever watched like Monty Python. I know I grew up on Monty Python and like Fawlty Towers. And so it lives in that world. And so I've always been a big fan of physical comedy. I think it is a universal language for sure.
Love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. So Beth, tell us a little bit about how you got started at Totem Pole Playhouse, and then you have a little bit of off-Broadway credits. You can tell us about those as well.
Yeah, sure. So I'm a Pennsylvania native myself. I grew up on the east side of Pennsylvania. And I got connected through Totem Pole Playhouse, also through Ryan Gibbs. We worked together when I was in college and then again after college, and on and off since then for the last 11 years. I was in a production of The Drowsy Chaperone at Totem Pole Playhouse in 2017. So I'm just very happy and excited to be back. I love coming back. I love this area. I love being on the stage in this community, so it's a ton of fun. But yeah, while I'm a Pennsylvania native, I also lived in New York for about 10 years and did some off-Broadway things that kind of revived old gems of maybe lesser known musicals. So I did a Cole Porter musical that even I had never heard of before called Out of This World. I did a Comden and Green musical called Do Re Mi. So those have been some of my most enjoyable ones. I love diving into that like 40s through 60s time period, which makes the Marvelous Wonderettes the perfect show for us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if nobody's ever been to the Totem Pole Playhouse, it's a great event, great venue. I used to go there actually as a kid with my grandparents. They loved going to the Totem Pole Playhouse, and I remember they used to talk about it all the time. So what is the Totem Pole Playhouse? I didn't even know what a totem pole was as a kid, you know?
Sure.
So I finally got to go. We went to a few shows there and absolutely loved it. And it was kind of a thing like we did with my grandparents. So I kind of have a little bit of roots and ties to it as a kid, you know, seeing some of the shows. So exciting to see you guys take the Marvelous Wonderettes on. Tell us a little bit about the show, what we can expect, and then we can talk about your characters a little bit as well.
Sure.
Katie, you're playing Susie, correct?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about Susie and how she is going to be portrayed, or maybe what they expect to see in the show.
Sure. So the show itself is all about these four friends and their relationships to each other. So you see that in the 1950s, they're performing at their high school prom. They're very excited to be there. And so you kind of see their friendship play out through these incredible 1950s hits like Sandman and Stupid Cupid and Lucky Lips. Dream Lover is another great one. And then Act 2 is 10 years later, and they are having their high school reunion. And instead of 1950s hits, you hear all these incredible hits from the 1960s. We've got Heat Wave and Respect and what else?
It's My Party.
It's My Party. And what I will also say is that, like, so Beth and I are in it, and there's two other wonderful women in it, and they can sing. So if you have nostalgia for these songs, for these time periods, like, you're not going to be disappointed. Like, these performances are like Broadway caliber performances. These other two girls, Jessica Wagner and Caroline Ann Miller, like, they are incredible.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your character, Beth.
Yeah, so I play Betty Jean Reynolds, and she is the class clown with a big temper but a big heart, for sure. I'm also a youngest sibling. I say she has a bit of youngest sibling energy, where everyone else knows how to push her buttons, but she doesn't quite know how to push anybody else's buttons back. But she's a ton of fun. She does not take herself all that seriously. She loves a good joke, but she does take her friendships and her relationships very seriously. So she's a ton of fun.
I feel like Susie and your character they like to giggle together. They find jokes, and they find the same type of jokes funny. Like, they just kind of get each other.
Yeah.
Susie is also, I wouldn't say class clowny, but she is silly and, like, is very pure-hearted. Like, she just wants everyone to get along. She wants everyone to have a good time. The relationship that we have in the show is also kind of like our relationship in real life, where we're just like giggle monsters.
Indeed.
We love to make each other laugh. And a really fun fact is that Beth and I actually did this show together 10 years ago at the Allenbury Playhouse, which unfortunately doesn't, it's changed names now, but it doesn't exist anymore, also in Pennsylvania. And we also did it with Ryan Gibbs. And so this whole situation is super special because it is a sort of reunion.
Just like the show.
Just like the show. It's the plot of the show. Meta. It is meta. It is beautiful.
That's awesome. And the Totem Pole Playhouse is an outside venue, correct?
It's indoors, yeah.
Okay.
But
do they have an outside area?
It's in Caledonia State Park,
Right.
so you will, if you want some outdoor adventure, you've got it.
Okay.
But, you've got it nearby, but we've got nice temperature-controlled vicinity.
It is air-conditioned.
Well, lately you probably wouldn't need that with how cool it's been.
I know, what the heck?
Yeah, it's
And
really weird.
and if it continues to rain this way, then
Yeah.
you still got an indoor activity to do in Caledonia State Park.
That's great. So tell us a little bit, do you guys have anything coming up with the Totem Pole Playhouse after the Marvelous Wonderettes, possibly?
Personally, we don't, but we know that they have an excellent season lined up. We know some of the upcoming cast members that are going to be joining after our show closes in a couple weeks. So everyone is in for a treat. They've got 9 to 5 coming up. They've got Beautiful, the Carole King musical coming up. They've got the 39 Steps, which if your interest is piqued talking about Katie's farcical it's a farce for sure, and they've got $1 Million Quartet Christmas. I hope I'm not Ryan, I'm sorry if I'm forgetting others, but they've got a great season lined up with equally talented and wonderful people coming in.
And they can totemppoleplayhouse.org, correct? And they can see all the shows line up and the upcoming shows. Do you guys have any social medias that people can find you, or maybe like your own website you'd like to plug? Or
Sure. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Katie N. Sexton. N is for Nicole, because that's my middle name. So yeah.
I'm Beth DiMichele, or Beth.DiMichele on Instagram. DiMichele is DeMichele. And we'll also plug the Totem Pole Playhouse Instagram as well, which should be easy to find.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we're all looking forward to the Marvelous Wonderettes. It should be a great show, running from May 30th to June 8th, so there'll be plenty of opportunities for people to come see, and they can get their tickets online. Can they get them at the show, or is it just on like pre?
There's a box office.
Box office? Okay.
Yeah, so you can show up.
It's been a while since I've been there.
For sure. But I'd say get your tickets now while you can. There's only 12 performances.
Only 12, yeah. And I will also say, even if you aren't familiar with some of the music from the 1950s or 60s, it is a great show for the whole family. It's for everybody. It's so fun. It's fast. It's furious. It's really, really beautiful show. So bring everybody.
You know, a lot of those older hits, like from the 40s, 50s through the 60s, a lot of kids probably don't know them. But in my instance, when I was a kid and I heard the older music, I found it catchy.
Oh, it's so
it's something
incredible.
brand new, and kids are bound to love it. And it's crazy how music can bring out different interests in especially the younger generation. I have two little ones myself. I have a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old, and I introduce them to new music. They always want to listen to the Kids Bop. And,
Sure.
You know, the basics of, Dad, can we listen to Baby Shark again? And so I'll play them something from like for instance, the other day I played them some kind of, I forget what it was, but it was a classic rock song.
Yeah.
And they're back there like bobbing their heads.
Yeah.
And you guys like this, right? And they're like, yeah. And now they ask for it.
Yeah.
So it's like you make that impression on it, and I think this is a great opportunity to do that, to get some of those classic hits, and those classic artists, and you guys get to portray them and sing them out.
It's so fun. Yeah, we honestly have such a blast.
Good.
Fun. We're honored to be here.
Well, thank you guys for coming on today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for
having us.
Make sure you check out the Marvelous Wonderettes, May 30th through June 8th at the Totem Pole Playhouse. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you'd like to be featured on an upcoming episode of Let's Talk Tri-State, call 717-597-9200 or email letstalk@921thegoat.com.